What's up everyone, and thank you for stopping by the channel. Today's project is this Toro commercial lawnmower, and the problem is that the self-propel stopped working. Let's take a good look at it, find out what's wrong with it, and hopefully we can fix it. In this video, we try and repair this mower. However, it may not be the exact repair you need to make to yours. We'll explore other options later in the video. So the story goes, they were using this mower on some leaves and the self-propel was working just fine. But at some point, these self-propels stopped working. Now, the most likely issue would be a control cable problem that connects to the brake handle. However, the brake cable is also part of the kill switch system. So if we can get it started, then more than likely, it's not a control cable problem. Now, this mower is very worn out, but luckily it starts with some effort. Now, as you just saw, when squeezing the brake handle completely, it's supposed to work the self-propel, but nothing's happening. Now, the next possible issue could be the belt between the engine shaft and the transmission. Now, to inspect that, we'll have to remove the plastic cover and the belt. With the cover gone, we can see exactly what happens when you squeeze the brake handle. It pivots the transmission to tension the belt so it works like it's supposed to. Also, when moving the belt, we can see it's still in one piece, so a broken belt isn't our problem. However, if we squeeze the brake handle and tension the belt, there's still a lot of slack left in the belt. That could really only mean one thing. If we look underneath the engine to the self-propelled pulley, we can see that it's off the pulley. That means we need to remove the pulley and the belt and inspect it for any problems that would cause the belt to come off. To get to the pulley, we need to remove this blade adapter, and unfortunately, it's not going to come off easily. For this problem, I usually use a 2-jaw pulley puller. Now, you can find these at your local auto parts store or online. The first thing we need to do is put a long bolt to press against in the bolt hole for the blade. Then adjust the big bolt in the puller so that the 2 jaws can grab the adapter. Then tighten the bolt and the adapter will slide off the shaft. After that, remove the bolts on the metal cover and then remove the cover. So after removing the pulley and removing the belt, I don't think there's a problem with the pulley. However, I can't say the same for the belt. It's showing signs of wear and it seems to be a bit soft as well. I think the belt is the real problem, so if we replace it, it shouldn't come off the pulley again. So this is the belt I'll be using. I ordered it online and it's a Kevlar belt, which the other one wasn't. It was only $13 shipped to my door. Now, after removing it from the package, it's always a good idea to compare it to the other belt if possible, just to make sure they're the same size. These are pretty much the same size, so I'll reinstall the belt and then put everything back together so we can test it. Another reason why the self-propel would stop working is a transmission problem. This would be much harder to fix and the cost would be quite high on a commercial mower that isn't being produced anymore. Now, when replacing the metal cover and its bolts, don't tighten them just yet until the blade adapter and the blade are installed. We need to center the cover, otherwise the adapter might make contact with the cover and make a screeching noise when the engine starts. Now, to test the belt, squeeze the brake handle to tension the belt and then press against it and see how much it deflects. It's definitely much better than before, but if yours still has some slack in it, you can adjust the cable's anchor that's above the gear selector on the back of the deck. If you need more adjustment, you can also adjust the cable anchor near the handle as well. Just make sure that when the handle isn't squeezed, there's still plenty of slack on the pulley. Now, before I put the cover back on, I want to test that the self-propel works with the new belt. So there's very little slack in the belt and the pulley before the kill switch is activated, so I might have to adjust the anchor for a bit more slack before the self-propel activates. I just don't want to allow too much slack so there's less of a chance for the belt to come off. After that, I'll replace the cover and it'll be ready to start mowing again. So my question is, how important is self-propelled to you? Do you have a mower with it, and do you use it? I hate to say it, but my self-propel isn't working on my mower because it's so down on power from the lack of maintenance from the previous owner that it would take away what little power is available to actually cut the grass. However, I would use it if I could, and I would suggest to anybody to use it if possible. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time here. Please feel free to ask any questions, and I hope to see you in my next video.